Alright, good morning. I'm inside the trailer today. Wanted to show off some mods that I've done to the trailer, and I'm going to start with inside. The obvious elephant in the room is this shelf I built and installed. I needed something to set stuff on while I was charging, and I bought a gear that I took along the last trip, and excuse me for the noise here. I'm making me some coffee, and this coffee thing is dirty, so we're going to clean it out on the go. One of the nice things about this coffee maker is it doesn't take any water to clean. A little bag to dump the grounds in, a rag or a paper towel to wipe it out. It stays dry. I mean, after you make the coffee, the grounds are kind of dry, amazingly. So that's all it takes. Just wipe the bottom out there and wipe the filter out. Get me some water. Get this going. Have some coffee. So this is what I would do in the morning before I get out. It's cold out early. Let's make some coffee, and I already ground these up to save you the noise. Love the smell of fresh ground coffee. There we go. We're fired up. So as you can see, this shelf here is very, very handy. I put it up with, it's made out of bamboo board. You could make a shelf out of anything, but I use the bamboo board because I kind of like bamboo. And I use these floating shelf brackets, secured them with pop rivets. And I did have to drill some holes, but you know, with the off-grid trailer, I'm okay with that. I mean, if I had a Airstream or vestibule, something really nice, I think I'd be hesitant to start drilling holes and stuff. But with this Expedition off-grid, it just kind of begs to be modified. So yeah, I got no problem with drilling holes, as long as you make sure you know, measure twice, cut once, all that good stuff. And it's real sturdy. I don't leave anything up there while I'm traveling. I may someday secure like the hot plate permanent, so I can leave that up there, or something better in the future. We're looking at upgrading there. The hot plate was great. We, like I said, making coffee in the morning. We warmed up some food a couple of times when it was cold and rainy out. Didn't feel like cooking outside, so we just warmed up some food and ate in here. So that was real handy to have. The shelf is real handy to have. This model, there was no shelf or anything. The newer models, the doors here fold down, I think, and things are arranged a little bit differently, but the way this was, yeah, I needed a shelf or something, and it works out great. I can throw all my stuff up there I need to charge at night, and other gear to get it out of the way. Yep, I don't know what I did without it. So that's the number one mod. Number two mod is the power that I'm going to show you is the power, 110 volt power to the rear storage. That was you know, one of the first mods I did was to get that toaster oven in and working, and that's worked out really well. It's not that hard to do. I just branched off the existing outlet here. I did drill a hole through the back wall to get it into the back storage, but you don't have to do that. You could go through the upper channel here. It's only 4 screws where the existing wire is, and easy access to that. I just chose to go that route to get the outlet to where I wanted it for my use case scenario. But I recommend just going through that upper channel. There's plenty of great videos on YouTube. Search on how to add an outlet to an RV. I'm not going to try and recreate and redo something that's already been done and done very well. So just do a search on that, and you'll find great videos on how to add an outlet to an RV. And like I said, just come off this existing outlet and get you some Molex cable, and make sure you do it all safe though. If you need help, get some help. You don't want to end up hurting yourself or burning down your RV or something like that. And the third mod I want to show you today is the rear table, fold down table, and the rear storage. That's just extremely useful. You typically use that for a quick prep table on the side of the road to fix a sandwich or something, and then at the campsite I will typically take the Zarges containers and set those on the ground and have the table folded down, so that whole area is a prep area, more like a traditional teardrop galley that way. And that, along with the fold down kitchen, you have a lot of surface area to work with. So that fold down shelf has been really nice. So you have that, and the rear storage stays dust free no matter what on the trail. You open that up and fold it down, and it's clean, ready to go. And then I've also put a magnet on the outside of the door and the frame to hold the door open. You never get the trailer perfectly level, so it's either swinging open or swinging closed, and sometimes you just want it to stay open all the way. So put that magnet there. To me, it works out better than a latch because I don't have to get out of the trailer to unlatch it. I can just push it open all the way, and it holds it fairly well. A strong wind will blow it, but it holds it well enough. And then I put a handle on the door, so if I'm inside the trailer and it's open all the way, I got something to grab onto and pull the door closed. So there's a couple other quick mods that have worked out really well. Along with my curtains, my passenger pigeon curtains. Those have been working really well. The coffee's just about done here. I can hear it starting to boil. The little thing I put in here was this Olight charger. It hangs and sits there and it's charged. Always got our light ready to go. Magnets are a good thing. Hooks are a good thing. After we spent 6 weeks in this thing recently on a trip, just got back. I got a lot of video to edit. So this is just going to be like a quick video. It's not in-depth how-to, like I said. But after a couple weeks, little things that are annoying start to become real pain points. There's my coffee. Thank goodness I need a cup. Let's turn this off. Right on. Oh yeah. Very cool. So, cheers. best coffee ever. So yeah, as I was saying, things that initially are annoying after a couple weeks start to become real pain points, and so I got a long list of ideas, more mods I'm gonna do. So there'll probably be a version 2 of this at some point. If you like it, let me know. Let me know in the comments any mods you've done to your trailers. Share them with the community. One final thing I'll share is the latches that the Off-Grid put on these doors. This thing here, you press it and it pops out. You can open the door, and then on the inside of the door you got this bolt sitting there hanging exposed, and then if you latch it again, it's even worse. You know, you got this sharp edge. This is like razor sharp right here, and you bump your head a couple of times on that, and yeah, no man, no. I deleted these things. I'm gonna put these soft rubber things on instead, and I've just covered the holes with some aluminum so it doesn't look good, and these will mount over here on the side, and they're not gonna hurt me. Some things are a pain, some things are just a real pain. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got more videos coming up. Like I said, I have a lot of content to edit from our trip, and I want to get this out real quick, and so I can focus on that and start putting those videos out. Most of all, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. We're in. Okay, folks, if you ever what it sounds like with the Propex heater going, this is it. It's on right now and heating. It's a little bit chilly. I got my shorts on and bare feet. So I fired it up and warmed this place up a little bit. Yeah. That is nice. Oh yeah. Won't take long at all. It'll be warm in here.